Live from the University of Salford, this is Utter Radio.
Yes. Well gone, my doggies from Footy and that on this Utter Radio thing. Well gone.
What are you saying, bro?
What are you telling me, bro? You good?
Vex. I've never known my mood with football change so much in a matter of a couple of days.
Bro, I never knew. So, people, it's the 21st of April today. And we've had some good news last night. However, let's revert it back
but
to...
is it good news? Because it shouldn't be happening anyway.
It's good news. I'll tell you why
Mate,
it's good news. So, 2 days ago...
I'm so angry over this one.
2 days ago, 12 teams accepted. And I'm only going to talk about the Premier League teams. So 6 Premier League teams.
No, all of them.
Yeah.
All of them are rats.
However, all teams are rats. Anybody who backed this, but we're talking about the European Super League people, yeah? So the top 6 accepted it in England, which is United City, Liverpool, Chelsea, I don't know why, Tottenham and Arsenal. Neville violated Tottenham and Arsenal. Tottenham and Arsenal being violated on ESPN. Tottenham and Arsenal need to allow it and stay mid-table, because I don't know what you man are trying to do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah? But these people, if you don't know, have accepted a European Super League, this was 2 days ago, where these teams will break away. Well, they didn't want to break away. They wanted to make their own midweek competition. But that doesn't make sense with UEFA and FIFA, because we currently have one
Let's
of the
say
oldest...
what it was. Let's say what it was. The big teams not wanting competition, because competition is not good for money. It was big teams wanting to get rid of the threat of a Leicester City happening again.
Yeah.
The threat of something else happening
They
again.
didn't want big teams to win. They didn't want small teams to win, sorry. They wanted to get rid of the
What do you
football
class as a small
pyramid.
team? They wanted the richest teams to win. That's
Yeah.
the one. Not big or small. They want the richest teams to win.
They wanted the football pyramid to die. If you don't know what the football pyramid is, it's starting from lower leagues and working your way up to the top. And they didn't want competition, bro. How are you going to have a league where you don't get relegated? Arsenal going to come bottom, Tottenham going to come bottom every year.
There's no threat of anything.
And they get 3 billion as a starter, don't they?
There's no threat of anything.
There was something that I've read where they get 3 billion as a starter.
It's an absolute joke. The whole thing was an absolute joke.
So they accepted this. So 12 teams accepted this. That was them 6. The other teams that accepted it was Atletico, Barca, Madrid. Juventus accepted it. AC Milan accepted it, and Inter Milan accepted it. They were the 12 teams. Borussia Dortmund, big up them, they rejected it. Big up PSG and big up Bayern. All them 3 teams rejected it, as well as Ajax and other teams like that.
Because the German football league is a fan-owned league.
Yeah.
The clubs are owned by the fans as well. It's
And
not,
I love that.
It's not just a marketing strategy. Let's say in England, they actually are owned by the fans.
You know what their
And
law
these,
is?
These owners, since this Super League, this league was a direct attack on competition, on fair play, on everything. It was the richest billionaires, the elitist billionaires, patting each other on the back, and getting to better each other and say, let's keep each other back safe.
Happy.
Yeah, I knew it was a problem when Liverpool had a statement
Posted.
on their website with Joe Glazer's name at the bottom.
Tattooed on there. That's the best way to say it, tattooed.
Man United's owner was on the Liverpool website giving a statement on behalf of our club.
Bro, can I tell you something whilst we're there? Well, I don't know why he's giving a statement for your club. That's the first thing. Second thing is, United, you know how they put a statement out?
Mm-hmm.
Low-key on their website, no one knew about it.
They didn't put it on Twitter?
No. That's what
They
I'm
did it
saying.
at 11 o'clock at night, didn't they, as well?
Arsenal did it. Arsenal did the Arsenal was the first
we got
statement
one
I
on
seen.
Twitter, but we 11 o'clock at night on a Sunday.
Yeah, like everyone's on banging Twitter then.
Yeah.
These man wanted to keep it low-key when you can't. Of
They
course
did
you
it during a pandemic when people and fans out in the stadium think can get away with anything.
No, do you know why I think they've done that? The reason why they've done that is they wanted to see, okay, they knew it'll ruffle some feathers. So they thought, okay, fans won't come. How will we cope if fans don't come? The pandemic showed them how they would cope if fans didn't come. And they coped nicely, let's not mess about. They have made a loss, obviously, comparing to if fans were there. However, in the long run, they did end up earning money anyway. It's just they didn't earn as much as they usually did. So they must have thought, okay, fans will be vexed with it. We don't care. Let's carry on with it. Well, let's do it. It's been 20 years in the making.
They said they were expecting backlash, but I don't think they expected the amount of backlash that they ended up getting.
Let's talk about what's happened. So the first day they dropped it, yeah, everyone was like, what's this?
Twitter was going mental.
Neville and Carragher.
Gary Neville, I don't even like Gary Neville, but he said everything right.
He spoke with chest.
Yeah.
He spoke with chest.
And him and Carragher the next day Monday Night Football.
Oh my God, against the league. Oh,
We had a game, right, on Monday, and our owners and Jurgen Klopp in particular had to take pretty much 6 clubs. They're all their responsibility on his shoulders and answer for all them clubs.
100. And a big up Jurgen.
And the owners didn't help him at all. He came and said he didn't like the idea. James Milner said after the match he didn't like the idea, but I was watching the game and
I felt like an outsider.
I was watching the game. I was watching Liverpool in a game for top 4, a big game, and I was sat there dejected, like I couldn't care less right now.
Bro,
I think my internet went off at the 75th minute.
Yeah.
I just didn't turn it back on.
Can I tell you what Carragher
Because
said?
I did not care. It was the whole thing was pointless in the end.
I remember before the game started, and Carragher was like, "This is a fight for top 4 for Liverpool." But then he goes, "But why has Jurgen played a strong team?" He goes, "No one really cares about it no more. They're joining the Super League." He goes, "Why doesn't Jurgen just play some youth players? Because you don't want top 4 anymore." And it was true. I literally felt vexed. But big up the Liverpool supporters, because big up all football supporters actually, from the 20th place to the 1st place, and including Championship, because even Championship teams and League 2 teams were putting statements out.
Yeah.
League 2 teams were putting statements out for the Premier League, back in the Premier League. This is how big it is, but this is the first time you'll see United fans, Chelsea fans, Liverpool fans, all fans, Leeds fans together. Outside Leeds Stadium was Liverpool fans and Leeds fans together burning Liverpool tops.
I think it was our Liverpool top. Yeah, but we all love our clubs, don't we? We all love our
You
clubs.
man run down the bus. Like, I would do that.
It was like I was saying, we all love our clubs, and it takes something especially out of order and wrong for us to get that angry at our clubs. We normally support them for whatever.
Yeah.
I think it just shows.
Big up Leeds though, because Leeds put their fixtures out. It was said Leeds versus Liverpool
Merseyside,
Reds. Yeah, Merseyside Reds.
Yeah.
And then it had Old Trafford
They
Reds.
put them shirts that said "Earn It" the Champions League on
Yeah.
it. I think they all put them in the Liverpool changing room as well when they came in.
No way.
Yeah. Klopp was upset with that. He said, "It's not my players' fault," which I understand.
Yeah, but you still do it.
But it's a message.
You still do it.
Yeah.
Listen, it wasn't. It's no one's fault. It's no one's but the owner's fault. However, the whole club gets backlash. Everyone was saying to Marcus Rashford, "You need to post something. You need to post something." Big up my man, he did. Big up Bruno. Big up Henderson mainly. Big up Henderson.
Because
yesterday
Henderson called a meeting with all the captains.
from the Premier
How
League.
is this man not England captain? How is Harry Kane captain over him?
So I want to big him up because he did say something with his chest. Big up Milner.
He got a meeting with all the captains together, and he put a statement out, which he made and then every single Liverpool player put exactly the same statement
did
out.
any of your lads chat to your board, or were they? Did they? Just
I don't know. Well, James Milner said after the match, "I don't like it," or something like that. I don't like it. I don't like what it stands for. And then that night, all the Liverpool players on Twitter and Instagram put, "I don't like it. I don't like what it stands for. We stand together."
Yeah, that was the night everyone posted it.
And then every single Liverpool player posted the same thing. Yeah. And I think we're the only set of players from the club wise to make a stand like that.
No, we posted as well. Rashford posted about it. Bruno posted. Bruno was the first on our team to post it. Then all the United players posted our 08 season, where United fans are standing on buildings and our tour bus was going through.
Yeah.
That was yesterday before they cancelled it. That was yesterday morning, because I had to do a cover for my internship on it. And we were
going to go, weren't we?
Yeah, we were going to go. But it was literally, it was
crazy.
It was mad, like, everything's popped out my head.
Jose Mourinho was sat the same day and no one even cared.
No one cared. I feel sorry for Jose because the reason why he got sacked apparently...
Because it was the best day to do it on a low key.
No, but apparently he got sacked. So this is what I've heard. He got sacked.
Yeah, I've heard this.
Due to
load of rubbish.
He didn't like the idea of the Super League.
Load of rubbish.
Okay, say if that's true.
Do you think that's true, or do you think it's because it was a big media day and you're going to sack Jose Mourinho on any day? You sack him then, and no one's going to notice.
100% is that what you're saying. However, I think if that is true, the Super League thing, Daniel Levy must have thought, bro, Any team that starts this new league gets 3 billion.
Mm.
3 billion as a starter, bro. Yeah? He must have thought, I get 3 billion, what's 30 million to my man?
Jersey was always going to go, wasn't he, at some point?
I think if the Super League thing was right, Daniel Levy's dumb as anything, thought he was getting fat though, sacked him. Now it's clocked on, he's not in there. Now he's lost though.
I don't think it was that deep. I genuinely think Jose was going to get sacked at some point anyway, and that was the best day to do it. I just think that's as deep as it goes. I don't think he's worried about the money or anything.
Just before the final though.
It's not enough, is it? But going back to the
Super League thing.
super load of rubbish.
We were vexed. I was vexed.
Yeah, I'm very rare that I tweet or do anything on Twitter, and I was just going off.
Yeah, you need to put your anger out somewhere. And Twitter's the place.
I had loads of people like messaging me being like,
"It's not that deep."
Yeah, no, kind of, but they were like, "How can you never spoke about anything on before?" Or like, "How come you don't put issues out before or something like that?" And I was like, "Because this actually properly really annoys me. Like, it annoys me.
This fucked us over."
Yeah.
I wasn't meant to swear, but we'll blank that way out. Anyway, this had me baffled, bro. Like, that's what I'm saying. It had me vexed. This is not the players' fault. This is not the manager's fault. This is the board trying to do over fans.
Yeah.
They thought they could start their own league. They can make as much money as they want. They don't care if fans are in the stadium or not. Listen, I told everyone, it doesn't matter what we do as fans from Liverpool, Manchester, Coventry, Leicester, London, whatever, yeah? You'll always get tourists that come to the top 6. You'll always get tourists that go to Madrid games, go to Barca games, go to Atletico games.
This wasn't the problem, was it? The problem was it was the attitude that they had was so.
I don't care.
The attitude it was about the television rights and what people are tuning to see. And right of it is, when United or Liverpool or City play Brighton, for example, Brighton's biggest viewerships are always going to come when they play them teams.
Of course.
So look, United say, why should I have to share the money with these lot when they aren't bringing it in? It's always me that's bringing it in.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, if you do that, it kills lower league football. It kills lower league football clubs.
Then the pyramid dies.
It affects. It's a trickle down effect. The money in the Premier League, there's less money. There's less money in the Premier League. All the players, you don't know. It's just, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it just angers you because they don't understand. It's true. So
football was made by the working classes. It was made.
100%.
It was made by people representing their community. Dock workers represent their community.
Yeah, United was made up of dock workers. They wanted their own team.
Representing Manchester,
representing Liverpool, representing Chelsea.
And it was for everyone. It wasn't just for the richest.
The richest have come and taken over. That's what's happened.
The Premier League. I saw it on the kickoff. This statement, and it was true. It was a Thatcher government thing. You let in billionaires, and you don't get surprised when they become trillionaires.
So the thing that Germany have is called 50+1.
Mm-hmm.
So it's 51%, which is owned by supporters, and 49% is owned by
like the companies.
The companies. This is just so.
Bro, you need every time we do this, you just can't bear, bro.
It's always on Footy and that. I don't know what's happened. Anyway, it's the 50+1, yeah. 50+1 is in Germany they have it, and we're thinking, because I was speaking to one of my boys about this. How do we do it in the UK? Because they started it from there. They haven't just bought it in randomly in 2003. No, they started with the 50+1, and the idea he gave me, is you say to these owners, sweet, if your club's worth 3 billion, your club's worth 3 billion, you keep 49% of it. The other billion, the fans will have to pay over 10 years.
How?
As in, you're saying Liverpool fans won't buy shares in Liverpool. United fans won't buy shares in that. If you don't buy...
But we're too far down this road. This isn't going to be an option, is it, though? This isn't going to be an option, though, is it?
Within that time frame, you put a law in, within that time frame, if Chelsea have only bought 39%, the fans only own 39%.
This won't be an option. There is the German league and the Premier League are two completely different things. The German league is tiny compared to the Premier League.
Yeah,
the Premier League is too. The Premier League is too big. Could you imagine? Do you think United's worth 3 billion? United is worth 70 billion.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, though? Like, everything included. So, like, tickets coming in, transfers. The fans couldn't afford to do that.
No, I hear what you're
This
saying.
is what Rio Ferdinand said the other day, wasn't it? So I need to band together and buy it. Well, obviously, because we don't have enough money to buy
Yeah,
it.
yeah. I heard Rio say.
It's a completely different system. It's a completely different league.
But yo,
The problem isn't being fan owned. The problem is listening to the fans and listening to what we're saying. Let us have a voice.
so
The owners only care about one thing. That's making money.
So
And the thing is, though, we're bad
go
for it as football fans. Because how many times you go, oh, let's just chuck 80 million on this player, I'll take him. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but it's not my doing it. I don't really care.
Yeah,
about
but so we're all subject to not caring about money or caring about money too little. You know what I mean?
that. Yo,
There's the thing that it's just this has come from nowhere is wrong. This has
Yeah,
come
yeah.
from
No, I
years
hear
and
what you're
years
saying.
of building up and building up and building up.
I hear what you're saying. But there was drama going on. So the UEFA president, he spoke to Juventus' president, yeah, on the Sunday, the day before they announced it.
Oh, I called him a snake, didn't
So he goes to the Juventus president. I've heard blah blah blah. What's going on? The UEFA president said to the Juventus president, and the Juventus president has said to him, "There's nothing going on. This is all lies." Then the next day he announces it. You know, the UEFA's president is the
he?
god
It's a godfather, isn't it?
of the. How could you do over my man like that? You must be boys where you're the godfather of your child.
Money.
And I look at it, all the teams have quit.
What, the rest of the team's quit now as well. So I don't think we actually got on to this point. It's not happening now.
It's not happening now. Yesterday, so
All the teams withdrawn, yeah.
So it started with this, really. So obviously all this, everyone was saying whatever they were saying. People putting statements out. Everyone put a statement out in big clubs, yeah?
Yeah.
What happened was the first two teams to drop out were City and Chelsea.
Because do you know why?
They got cold feet. They got
no,
done
no,
over.
it's nothing to do with cold feet, lad. They don't. Do you honestly even think they care? It's because the interest in the game and their public perception. They don't care about fans. The reality of it is, City and Chelsea don't need the money.
Bro, they got done over. They said,
They don't need it. They don't need it.
My man's come out and said, bro, the reason why is because everything they promised us we didn't get. So before we actually fully go in with it, we wanted to drop out.
So
That's what he said.
What City and Chelsea, the two richest clubs, yeah. So,
But they weren't getting
they
weren't getting what they were promised. That's why they quit. And
So
slowly, one by one, they all quit.
So they dropped out of this league because they don't need it, and they are like, well, why would I try and help my competition become rich as well when I can just stay the richest?
Yeah, we're rich as anything anyway.
Lad, you need.
Yeah. We're rich as anything as it is. We're one of the richest teams as well. Us, PSG, and City are the three richest when it comes to dough. Us,
Yeah,
PSG,
but
City,
spending. So what happened then? Apparently Ed Woodward's gone.
Okay, so apparently yesterday Maguire and Shaw have gone to a meeting. So Woodward had a meeting at Old Trafford. Luke Shaw and Harry Maguire busted the door down.
They didn't bust us all down.
Apparently they've gone in and it kicked off. It kicked off, it says.
Who's told you it kicked
This
off?
was reports. Don't forget, I had to do some research on that.
I reckon. You know what I reckon they did. I reckon they walked in. They had a nice meeting. They went, Ed, I think it's best that you leave.
I think they've actually kicked off with my man because then other players joined in on it. So then apparently it started with them two, then other players joined in on it, which then forced Woodward out. Listen, if someone's having a nice meeting with you and you're earning millions a year, hundreds of millions a year, you're not going to be like, because he said nicely, you know what, I'll just leave United. United, bro, commercially we're massive as anything. It's not one of those. I think they've fully stuck it on him. Henderson come out yesterday, he had the meeting, big up my man. He had the meeting, everyone was violating Aubameyang, no. See that?
Yeah, but Aubameyang just sat there in the corner doing backflips
Play
or something.
PlayStation or something, innit? Wearing a swag top. But yo, it's true. Big up Henderson for having that meeting. Yo, there's OGs in this thing. Henderson's one of them, yeah? Klopp spoke out, one of the first managers to speak out. Guardiola then ended up speaking out. Neville and Carragher, big up them
They
two
were the
mainly.
forefront of that, weren't they? They were leading the charge.
Neville started it all. Neville, even though a lot of people don't like him, Neville started it, and then Carragher backed him. That's
Well, the first time Carragher was on TV, he went in, didn't he? Yeah.
He went in straight away. But don't forget, that same day Neville went in, they asked Ollie, and Ollie was like, yo, I don't know what to say. But
Yeah, but what could you say if someone
it's just popped up on you there and then.
the owners, isn't it?
Yeah, but at the end of the day, yeah, someone said to me, Ollie should have had the nerve and said something. I said, listen here, bro. When you're someone like Klopp and Ollie, there's two different statuses. Klopp can go to another world-class team. Ollie, for him personally, he's at his dream job. And even if he left United, there's no one bigger that he can go to.
Well, there is bigger teams you go to, but not for him personally.
Not him personally, but United's probably 1, 2, or 3 of the biggest teams in the world.
He could go to a bigger team, but personally to him, that's the biggest job.
Who's a bigger team he could go to?
Real Madrid.
Or Barca, they're all the other two teams.
Bayern.
Bayern not bigger than United, bro.
They are.
Commercially, Bayern are not bigger
More
than
Champions
United.
Leagues.
Commercially, Bayern are not bigger than United, bro.
PSG.
Bro, you can't
So
put
you're saying commercially then, are you? So you're saying commercially,
PSG on the same level as City. Don't put PSG.
So you're saying commercially is what makes a club big.
In our day and age, this is
the attitude that's made this big six.
This is our day and age.
This is the attitude that's made this big six and the big problem. You have the same attitude.
This is our day and age.
Financially, do you have the same attitude?
But football's changed.
Yeah, but lad, this is the you can't compare this big six and say how we're Arsenal and Tottenham there, and then complain and be like, well, United are the big six because we're commercially the best.
Okay, let's talk about leagues. Okay,
the top six are the top six. We're in the top of the league.
Okay, let's talk about dominance. We've dominated for years. Don't put PSG in the same.
You got dominated for years. My backside not dominated. You're dominated for 10 years.
We've dominated for the past 20, 30 years.
You haven't dominated for 10 years.
30 years.
10 years you've not dominated.
For the past, okay, let's go over a 30-year period. Who's dominated more than us in a 30-year period? Real Madrid have. Barcelona have.
10 years ago. City are now. If you're a bit dominance now, City.
Currently.
Yeah.
Currently, City.
Yeah. Currently. Not 10 years ago.
We're talking about a club in general, a whole club. We're not talking about 10 years now.
So you're talking commercially. Commercially is the problem.
Bro, let's talk about a club generally, history. No, born commercially now. Let's go history. Let's go.
If you enter commercially, City are bigger than you. If you ain't commercially, City are bigger than you.
Let me land. A team overall, way bigger than City, way bigger than PSG. You can never put United next to. You can never put PSG next to United. Then you put PSG next to. PSG were founded 2000 and something. More time. No, 19. You get me? No one clocked on about PSG, bro.
You're not the biggest team in England, though.
Trophies, you are.
Yeah.
Trophy wise, you are.
So by your logic, then that must mean we're the biggest club.
When it comes to trophies, yeah, you're bigger than us.
So you said. So how do you define a big club?
A big club, there's all sectors.
How do you define?
There's all sectors that take.
How do you define what a big club is?
A big club is cut up in loads of sectors. It's all history. It's what you're currently doing. It's currently how much weight your whole name. It's currently what you earn as a club. It's currently how much of an impact you have in the transfer window, who you have in your club. It's everything. It's not just one thing. One thing doesn't just define a club. It's everything. There's loads of things that define a club.
It's one thing that defines a club.
Go on.
Not money. Because the money thing and commercially is the problem why we're in the situation that we were.
Sadly, football's gone that way.
Yeah, but the only thing...
I don't agree with it. I don't agree with it, but football's gone that way.
The only thing that should define how big a football club are trophies, and that is it. Not how expensive your striker is, or how many shirt sales you have, or how many tickets you have.
Is your history?
How many trophies you have.
Is your history.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You were saying commercially.
Yeah, but that's what football is these days. Even though we don't like it, let me just tell you now, before you bring this up, I don't like it, you don't like it. Now we just established that. However, football now is commercial. Football now is turning into NFL. It's turning into what the basketball is. Football is a commercial thing now. If we like it or not, it's a commercial thing. It shouldn't be, but it is. These man listen, it doesn't matter. These man try to go overboard and try to do the Super League. More time, we're still going to go back to the Premier League and they're still going to do what they do to earn more money. They're still going to look at, okay, if I buy Sancho, he's going to sell this many shirts. They don't look at a player because, his ability. They also look at a player because how many shirts is he going to sell? How much is he going to be worth for me to resell if I do sell him? There's all this that takes into it. I was speaking to, this internship that we're doing, yeah, they were speaking to Gil. If you know who Gil is, he's taken over UEFA. He's been voted in for the next 4 years with UEFA, yeah? He's United's old guy. I was chatting to one of the boys that I was chatting to him, and he was saying to me, they don't just look at a player these days and think, he goes, back then, when they were buying players, Fergie bought players because of his ability. He goes, now when he looked at it, they don't just look at your player because of his ability. They look at him out how many shirt sales he will sell, how many shirt sales he's been selling recently, how much they could sell him for in the future, how much can he progress for us to make money on him? What could we do even though we don't like it, that's the whole game now. I'm not saying that's the way forward because it isn't, but that's the way forward for them, and that's the way it's going. They've gone overboard with the Super League, yeah, and they've tried to really do fans over.
Do you think, even though it's gone now, do you think there could be a chance of something like this happening again? Because they're going to restructure.
Yeah, 100%.
They're going to restructure the Champions League, aren't
100%. Give it about
they? The restructuring. What I've heard for the idea for restructuring the Champions League is it's a massive league with every team in it, and it's played
36 teams. It is
36 teams.
From 32 gone to 36.
And then the top 7 or 8 or whatever go into a playoff. No.
Top seven go into group stage. Top 7 go into quarterfinals. Semi. They go into that last 16.
Yeah.
And then the other ones below them, they go into a knockout to get into that. So I think it's
more games in it.
Yeah. So I think
what's wrong with it already?
It's a league of 36.
What's wrong with it already? What's wrong with it?
I like it how it is. I like how it is. I don't like this league thing.
Because it gives more opportunity for you have a really good group stage and just get through, and then it's every game's a final, isn't it?
Every game's 100%. Because once you get kicked, if you lose first leg, second leg's massive. If you win first leg, it's always like that. First and second leg are always massive. It's top 7 or top 8 go through to last 16, or I think last 16, and then the ones under them they battle. It's something like that. It's confused me. It might be last. If it's last 8, then it is that. But I don't understand this league table thing. There's no point of it. There's no point of this league table. But going back to this whole thing,
I got the video up of Liverpool's owner apologising.
He's a pagan as well.
He's the first owner to come out and publicly apologise.
Listen, apologising for what? There's no point apologising. If you man take this on board, then
let's listen to it and talk about after.
I want to apologize to all the fan supporters of Liverpool Football Club for the disruption I caused over the past 48 hours. Goes without saying, but should be said, that the project put forward was never going to stand without the support of the fans. No one ever thought differently in England. Over these 48 hours, you were very clear that it would not stand. We heard you. I heard you. And I want to apologize to Jurgen, to Billy, to the players, and to everyone who worked so hard at LFC to make our fans proud. They have absolutely no responsibility for this disruption. They were the most disrupted, and unfairly so. This is what hurts most. They love your club and work to make you proud every single day.
It's waffle, innit?
Bro,
I know
you're American. You don't understand the roots of football.
As the expertise,
Boris,
leadership,
as
let me say it again.
I know the entire LFC team has the expertise, leadership, and passion necessary to rebuild trust and help us move forward.
Rebuild the trust that you destroyed, you absolute muppet.
Yo,
how's it?
Even Boris.
I'm sure the team that's been doing all right all season has the ability to rebuild the bridges that I broke.
Listen,
idiot.
Even Boris spoke more truth than my man. These American people, these Arabs, these people that are not English, who don't understand our own roots. Okay, sweet. If you watch football in your country, there you have your own roots to football. Our own roots is our pyramid, starting from non-league football to get into where we are now. Yeah, this guy don't understand any of this. This guy just wanted to make dough out of it. A backlash, so he's like, I still want to keep this team.
Let me give you a bit of backstory on John W. Henry. He owns the Boston Celtics in America, and he's not a liked person in America. He's a billionaire, and he's not. He came. You ever seen Moneyball?
No.
It's a film about baseball and how it got changed, and they started using stats for buying players. And John W. Henry came into baseball, and the best I could describe it is. Do you know the way the Saudis came in and bought City?
Yeah.
And everyone was like, it's changed the game and all that. He came in to Boston and kind of did a similar thing.
Okay, Boston Celtics.
Yeah. So, and he wasn't liked in America because of this, because he changed the game and he capitalised on it and made it all
Commercial.
Yeah, he came to Liverpool. We had old American owners again called Gillette,
Yeah.
and Gillette lost loads of money in the stock market crash,
Oh,
and he bought our club for like 300 million.
that's a bargain.
It's now worth like billions on billions on billions, and I think people are done with him. He's not invested money into the club. He has, but not recently. He invested money a couple of years ago when Jurgen came in. He
Yeah.
bought Van Dijk and Alisson, invested money then. But it was all money generated through sales of Coutinho and stuff like this.
Listen,
And everyone's just sick of him now.
Listen, we got an American owner, you got an American owner, Arsenal got an American owner. I think Tottenham the only one with English owners. With
Yeah,
my
Daniel Levy ain't something to praise to, is he?
Yeah, Chelsea got a Russian owner, and City got Arab owners. Yeah, our owners, they own a Super Bowl team. They literally own the Messi of the Super Bowl. What's his name?
Tom Brady.
Yeah, Tom Brady. They just won the Super Bowl. These guys would rather go and watch their American teams than come and watch their football team.
Yeah, I get that though.
You get me? So they have no passion for Joe Glazer, for an example. Yesterday in the morning, he had an interview and he said somewhere yesterday. He goes, "It took me 10 years to learn, or 2 years. So it took him so many years to learn the offside rule, and he goes, he still doesn't know it."
Yeah, I wouldn't get too hung up on that.
These man,
you should have someone who's a director of football. I think the main problem was Ed Woodward. Ed Woodward was the main problem at United, wasn't he?
yeah,
He should have been more football knowledgeable.
he's dropped it. He was our vice chairman.
Yeah, he should be football knowledgeable.
He's burned out of the thing. Who's your?
I don't know, mate.
Well, but this is what it is. It drops to the owners, the board, on them trying to do over the fans. Listen, at the end of the day, we just go, we work, we graft, earn our money to go watch our team. They earn
We
money.
can't though, can we anymore? Because it's so expensive as well. It's been years since I've been to watch Liverpool play live because I just can't afford.
No, it is though, but it just depends on it. That's what I'm saying is our hard-earned money. I shell out dough week in, week out to pay to watch my team. Yeah, the most I've ever paid. I paid like £300 for the ticket. Yeah.
Do you want to hear what United have said on the statement?
Go on.
Manchester United will not be participating in the European Super League. We have listened carefully to the reaction from our fans, the UK government, and
They
other
all said
key
that.
stakeholders. We remain committed to working with others across the football community to come up with a sustainable solution to the long-term challenges facing the game.
They've all said that. Oh, we've looked at the reaction from the fans. You could have just asked the fans, "What do you think of this? This is our plan. What do you think?" Wouldn't that have been easier?
I think they did ask the fans, haven't they? And it's everyone said no. I've been saying no for years and years and years.
Yeah, apparently it's been 20 years in the work. This has.
I like the fact it's been 20 years in the works and it got destroyed by us in 2 days.
That's what I'm saying. But do you think though? Well, so I'm at the point of this. What happens from here? Do you slap the owners in the face?
I think there will be some type of
Owners have to get punished.
there'll be some type of punishment. But the thing is, they don't want to punish us too much, our clubs, because our clubs bring in the money. So they don't want to.
They don't want to relegate us.
They don't want to relegate us because then it'd be our. Could you imagine we got relegated to the Championship?
Imagine top 6 in the Championship.
I'd
and
be
then
kind of fire, you know.
The top 6 off the Championship. So only 3 Premier League teams make it through.
No, so
Yeah,
the top six of the Championship get reversed with the 6 who came in.
And only 3 go up next season. No more than 3 go up anyway. That's what I'm saying.
Oh yeah.
Only 3 go up, and then who go up?
The thing is though, it's a nice idea, but it wouldn't happen.
Tottenham will get left. Tottenham and Arsenal will get left.
Tottenham and Arsenal get left. I think it'd be hard, you know. It would destroy the clubs. It would destroy the league, and it would destroy
Current form. But when you play
Lad,
Championship teams, it's different.
listen. It would destroy the league.
It would destroy the league.
and it would destroy the clubs. The clubs couldn't sustainably go into the Championship. The players would leave. People would leave.
Yeah,
You'd
100.
lose too much money, and they want us in the Prem because we bring the money. I think they'll give us money fine. They won't give us a ban on the
listen,
team.
them relegating us to the Championship is
Not
punishing.
happening. It's not
It's punishing everyone. You don't punish everyone. You only punish the owners. Therefore, you slap on a couple 100 million fine, a couple million fine. That's what you do. You don't give them a
The thing is,
20k fine.
there's going to be a fine from the FA, and there's going to be some bills to pay from
FA, UEFA, and
the Super
Premier
League and the Super League. They had a contract and they've got rid of the contract. You have to pay so much money if you break a contract.
There you go. That's their own fault.
So it's going to be billions. It could put these clubs in debt. So
Oh.
this could be so bad that we could see our clubs getting sold to settle these debts, to people who are very, very rich.
I want that. I want that.
Would
I
you?
want new owners compared to what I
No,
got now.
no. But sometimes you're not better the devil you know.
Yeah, I hear that.
Imagine. So,
I hear that, but the
so
devil
how,
I know.
How rich have these new owners got to be to settle these debts for you?
Yeah, but we've been
And
in
you
debt for
already
years.
know that more money is a problem here.
100, but we're at the point where even though we have so much money, we're not spending it anyway. Yeah, that's our first problem. That's a lot of clubs' first problem. That's Arsenal's first problem. That's Tottenham's problem. Chelsea don't have that problem. You man have that problem. City don't. It's only City and Chelsea that don't have that problem. Yeah,
So,
Listen,
what do we think of City and Chelsea? And what do we think of City and Chelsea?
money grabbers, blah blah blah. But
Yeah.
Why do
So
you think
why,
that?
if we did
Why
the
do you
same
think
thing
that?
as them,
Why
we're
do-
not.
Why do you think of that? Because they have no history.
No, but it's not that though, is it? It's not that though. It's the fact they buy all the good players and it ruins the competition of the game.
Yeah, but
So if we get new owners who are rich enough to get rid of these debts,
yeah,
they're going to buy and have the same transfer policies as
As the
City and
other ones.
Chelsea. Now, what makes Liverpool United such a good clubs are the
Our
fact that we
history.
the fact that we bring through youth academy players.
oh yeah, we do
If
that.
you get rich owners, you can say goodbye to youth academies
Nah, not
and the
really.
players coming through. Name me one. So Phil Foden is a City player, yeah, and the reason he's
Yeah.
got through is because he's probably like once in a generation talent, yeah.
I don't think new owners messes up the youth system because the
Name
youth
the
system.
last player to come for the City youth system.
That's
Phil
City.
Foden.
No, that's City. City are not built on youth players though.
But if you have billionaire owners who are big
Yeah.
enough to buy these debts,
But
what's the point in bringing youth players
no,
through?
but-
What's the point?
no,
What's
no,
the
no.
point though?
Yeah, but it depends on the policy of or how your club's structured. United is structured on coming through the academy. Yous are structured on coming through the academy. Arsenal have a bit of that in their system. It depends on how, like Arsenal for an example.
Do you think these billionaires who are going to get us out of these debts care? Do you think they care? Is this last 2 days not showing you nothing? They don't care,
Listen,
lad.
no one cares
They
about
don't care,
unless
lad.
unless we do this 51
The only
thing.
thing they care about is the money and bringing, like you said, the big players in for the
Yeah.
big shirt sales and the big
That's what it
commercials.
is. But
So why would they bring
Well,
through little Dave Smith, the little 17-year-old mank who plays right back? You know what I mean? Why would they bother?
no, I hear that, but that's why I'm saying the government need to do this 50+1 that the Germans
It
do.
wouldn't work, lad. It wouldn't work.
One way or another, they need to find a system to do that. If not, this will all happen again. That's what I'm trying to say. It will all happen again if you don't find out a system on how the club is owned by other people, not just these billionaire owners. At the end of the day, bro, these owners have tried to do us over, and a lot of them, or some of them, will leave. I think because of what's happened, some of them will leave. I think the Glazers will leave United.
Do you generally think that?
I genuinely.
I
think
don't
that.
think they will.
I don't think Chelsea's will leave. Abramovich does his thing. City one won't leave.
Abramovich needs it for laundering money.
Yeah, you man. I'm not sure how bad your situation with your owners are.
We're always okay with him, but this situation has been completely
what I'm saying.
FSG out. Like what I've seen through Twitter and stuff is everyone,
Yeah.
a lot of local fans are saying there's no coming back from this, especially from a city like Liverpool. A club like Liverpool is such a working class in this together socialist city. They're not happy with any chance to turn a billionaire. I think it's going to be taken.
Since our original owner, since he passed away and his kids have taken over because there's 6 of them, yeah. Since that's happened, we've been Glazers out. That's 2008,
Will
2007.
Will Glazier leave because, like you said, your club makes too much money?
But it depends how much of a fine they get. It depends of the backlash they get. That's what I'm saying.
Do you honestly think after all the years of backlash the Glazers have had, with Ed Woodward getting flares thrown at his gaff?
He's left.
Do you want? Yeah, but do you honest, I think that's the only exit we'll see at United.
I think it will. I think I'm a bit 50-50 on this situation. Yeah.
I think Ed Woodward is the only person who's going to leave from United, and the Glazers are going to keep.
Do you think Arsenal's owner will go Kroenke? I think it's time for Kroenke to go.
I don't know. I don't think so. As much as they don't want him there, who?
These men make dough out of it. That's all they're thinking. But even though you said it's better the devil you know than the devil you don't, but the devil that we know really, this ain't just he's pushed you over. He's literally just stabbed your dad. More time, innit? Is that bad? He's not just pushed you on the floor, bro. He's not just barred you in a game of footy. He's literally brought a shank out, chefed up your dad, and then walked off on you. That's literally what they've done. They've tried to do us over. Then obviously we roll through. All the fans come together. All the fans came together.
I don't want any owners who are richer than the owners we have already.
The only way, if you, so then that owner will forever own Liverpool.
Necessarily.
because for you to have, because Liverpool will only progress, they'll only be worth more and more and more. Yeah, it'll get to a point.
Not necessarily
It'll get to a
again.
point.
Not necessarily again because we were worth loads and loads and loads, and we had a big drop off, didn't we? And the owners lost loads of money. These things happen. What would happen if the stock market, for example, crashed in America again like it did in 2010? What would happen then? And all your owners lose all their money, and all my owners lose all their money.
That's one in a thousand. That rarely happens.
Well, it literally happened 10
It
years
happened
ago.
to you. Yeah, it happened to you. But tell me another time
it
it's
happens
happened.
more often. You realise the stock market nearly crashed when COVID happened.
Yeah. But these guys have coped on a way. So for us, we got 6 owners. Yeah, it's one family, but 6 owners in there. Yours is it one family?
It's
with
the
multiple owners in there?
FSG Sports Group, but it's John W. Henry's the main guy.
And LeBron James has a little thing.
He's
in
a
there.
stakeholder. He's not really.
You get me? These man all have shares or some sort of dough tied up in there. I think it'll be, if someone takes over, it'll be someone that owns more. It can only go that way. The way football is in general, and the way people sell these clubs. No one's gonna sell City for if they bought it for 3 billion, sell it for 3 billion or less than that. They're not making a loss.
City won't get sold because they can afford. City and Chelsea will keep them. It depends how big these
fines are.
These fans are. City like their owners too much. As much as they don't like the idea of this, they like their owners too much.
I think you should just dash on a couple milli or probably 100 milli fine.
Whatever this fine is,
They deserve the backhand.
whatever this fine is, I think Spurs will probably sort it out just by selling Kane.
To us.
But I don't know if we're gonna have to. I don't know if we'd have the money to buy
You know
anyone
what they
now.
should do actually? They should do transfer bans. They should do fat fines, and they should do whoever. So we start the league with minus 20 points, minus 15 points.
But lad, I know what you're saying.
You
but
won't get relegated. Listen, if we start the league with minus 15 points, we'll end up mid-table, probably just below Champions League. 1 or 2 might get Champions League barely, if anything.
They need
how
us.
many-
Lad, you don't understand.
I get that
they need us in the.
Bro.
They need us in the title race.
I get that they need us, but at the end of the day,
They won't put restrictions on the team because it wasn't the team's fault.
so
They
now
won't-
you talk about Premier League earning money. The Premier League stand for
Yeah,
what they stand for, and slap them in the face and say, "Yo, walk
But
on."
then
you
it's
try
but
to
no
do it."
no. But if they do that, it's not fair on the other teams. This is what the whole point we're saying.
Which teams?
Like a Burnley or a Brighton who need these big games, who need it to be the
No,
top 6.
I'm not saying
the top
relegate
4.
him. I'm not saying relegate him. I'm saying start the Premier League, stay in the Premier League, but with the deducted points minus 15 points.
I don't think the football team should be because it's obvious that United, City, Liverpool, where all these clubs, it's obvious
It's
that
the owners.
it was the owners versus the players.
Yeah.
So why punish the players for the owners' decision?
Is what it is. I think
I think you should give them a fine because that's the owner's problem. Then you sort out this money fine, but it shouldn't be the player. The
then
players
how
shouldn't
far
punish.
How far of a fine do you give him?
I don't know what kind of fines are. I reckon 50 mil.
It would have to be more than that, I think.
Yeah, but what you got to think is, how much is a big player?
Our day and age,
150 mil.
200 mil. Kane will go for about 150, 120, 110. Somewhere between.
Could you
them.
imagine we get 150 mil fine?
Imagine getting £100 million pound fine. Say if he's leaving. Your owner ain't taking £100 million pound fine, bro.
But then this is what I'm saying. Who comes in to pay that fine? Who has more money? Who is then
Yeah.
a worse problem?
Yeah. But let's look at this. I think it's the American owners which are the biggest problems, in my opinion. The Arab owner.
They want to franchise it, don't they?
Yeah, the Arab owners didn't really care about it. So City really didn't really care about it. It was really our owner, your owner, and the Spanish ones. But one of them, man.
It was our two, and
City were just there.
Madrid's.
Yeah, City were just there. But yo, this has been a bit of a sticky one. Obviously, we both got strong opinions on the whole thing.
The thing is, though, we have the same opinion.
Yeah, we're both just vexed about it. We're trying to find a
It's been a
solution.
long couple of days, hasn't it?
Bro, it's tired everyone out. We're in a long situation that we're trying to sort out, where even we can't wrap our heads around this because we're not any of these people. Yeah, we're trying to sort ourselves on it. That's what's vexing us the most, because at the end of the day, we're just fans that love our club. We want to go see our club. If it's week in, week out, if it's here and there, it doesn't matter. We love our club. These guys don't. Yo, bona for the owners. Bona
Power to
for
the
these,
people.
man.
Power to the people.
Power to the people. Power to the fans, yo. That was unity over the past few
Liberate
days,
the
man.
North. North independence.
big up all the clubs, you know, because all the clubs, players I'm talking about, and the managers did their thing. But now all the owners, yo, we've been Footy and that. I've been Lenny, that's been
Free the
Dan.
North.
Big up the fans. Oh, I hated that.
Live from the University of Salford, this is Utter Radio.